Alright guys, what's going on? My name is Christian, or Genuine Perspective, and if I sound rushed, it's because this is probably my 4th time making this video. My microphone is honestly a piece of crap, and I really haven't gotten any money to like freaking fix it, and so as soon as I get paid though, I'm gonna friggin' get a new microphone because this thing is just not working. But anyway, today we're gonna be talking about the first time I smoked pot. So yeah, that's pretty much what it's about. I've probably said that about 5 times today, but yeah, so anyway, let's get right into it. So this one happened because, you know, my brother, he's really kind of a pot enthusiast, right? You know, he loves pot, he loves smoking it, he loves eating it in brownies, he loves doing whatever there is to do with pot. And so one day my mom was gone, and, you know, my brother came over and he was like, yo, what's up? You know, his girlfriend was at work and stuff, which he lives with in his apartment. And so I was just like, hey, yeah, what's up, dude? And he came over and he always brings his pot stuff with him. Like, he always has it with him somehow, you know, whether it's in a pouch or like a backpack or something, he always has it. And so, yeah, he came over, he brought out some pot, and he started smoking it, because that's, you know, that's just what he does. He wanted to chill and stuff. And so he had this, like, cigarette-looking thing, right? And it was, like, completely packed with pot and everything. And apparently he bought it. He said it was kind of expensive. I don't know what it was. And, yeah, so I was like, dude, you know what? It's been a while. Or it's not been a while. I just haven't done it. So I was like, dude, I kind of want to try it. And he was like, all right, I'm not going to offer to, but if you want to try it, you can try it. So I was like, yeah, you know, because everyone in high school's done it at some point, and it was like, everyone says it's so great, and I live in the pot state of Colorado, so to not have smoked pot in, like, the pot capital of the USA, it's kind of crazy. So I was like, all right, let's give this a shot. So he hands it over to me, I take about 1 hit, and he's like, all right, that's all you need. And I was like, are you sure? And he was like, yeah, that's all you need. This is your first time. And so about 10 minutes later, I was like, all right, dude, you know, I feel nothing. He's like, all right, here's another one. So I took another puff, and I was like, that's not enough. And I took a 3rd one, and oh my God, this was a long drag, dude. I was like, you know, I mean, I really dragged this mofo. And so I took a lot in that second time, and about 5 minutes later, I was like, dude, I still don't feel anything. And he's like, all right, listen, this is what you got to do. You got to, like, think of, like, your arm or something and focus on a specific body part. So I was like, all right, I'm going to think about my arm. So I thought about my arm, and it, like, the skin, like, started vibrating. It felt prickly. You know, it felt like I was getting prickled everywhere. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And, like, my hairs were standing up, and I had actually lifted for the first time in a while at the gym, and I remember focusing on my back, and my back didn't hurt at all. My arms didn't hurt. They weren't sore anymore. I was like, oh my God, dude, this is some crazy shit. Like, it actually makes your pain go away. And so I started thinking on, like, different parts of my body, so, like, my legs, and then it would happen in my legs, and then I'd, like, think about my face or something, and like my face would like melt off and stuff, and it was cool. You know, it didn't melt off, I didn't think that, but like that's what it felt like, and it was in a good way, you know, like it didn't hurt or anything. So that was pretty cool. I was like, this is sick, dude, this is like so cool. And so I realized at that point that like, oh wait, I had just made some beef and refried beans. So I made like a pound of beef, and I mixed it with some refried beans, and I had that on the stove. Like, I was putting it in a burrito, and I had like 1 burrito because I wasn't all that hungry. And I went and I was like, dude, that sounds really good right now, because I didn't want it before. And like, everyone says you get hungry when you're high, but for me it was like, I just, like, it sounded good, you know, like when you're out or something, or you're at home and you're like, damn, pizza would be good right now, or Taco Bell would be good right now. This beef that was on the freaking stove, that sounded good right then. So I was like, all right, I'm getting some of this. So I just take a spoonful, a huge, like one of those ladles is what I was using, because we like didn't have a spoon clean or something, I don't remember. And I took an enormous bit of this, and then I go sit down, and I'm like, dude, I want more. So I went and I ate this whole pound of meat in can of refried beans, and I still wasn't full. So like, I didn't have the munchies, but I just didn't get full, and it tasted really good when before it didn't taste good at all. So I was like, all right, this is crazy. Like, that was great. And so when I went to go sit back down, it was like the room I just left had gotten smaller. Or no, the room I had just came into had gotten smaller, and it seemed like the other one was bigger, so I got back up, and I went into the kitchen, and I'm like, wait, it got smaller again. But then I was like, oh wait, the next side of the room is bigger, and then I went back to there, and it got small again. And so then I went and kind of laid down, And I just started focusing on weird stuff. And like a couple days before, I watched the Cat in the Hat on TNT because they were airing it or something. And I remember that scene where, you know, they ride the babysitter like in the Cat in the Hat, like when they go into the box and they like ride that babysitter all the way down that like purple goop river. And I imagine that I was like a boat going down a river, and like I imagine I was like in the waters of the ocean, and I was like, there was people on me and stuff in the least homosexual way you can think of. And yeah, so that was really cool. And I had a fun time. And I was like, this is great. And so then next, my brother had to leave. He's like, all right, dude, I've got to go back to my apartment. My girlfriend's going to be home soon. And I was like, all right, that's cool. And then, so after that, I was like, all right, I got to lock the door. I had the TV off. My brother had put on some music. The music was gone. I was kind of freaking out once he left. And like the door felt so far away from me. And I was like, dude, someone's like gonna rob me. Like someone's gonna rob my house. Why? I don't know. I just thought someone was gonna rob my house. I thought someone was gonna rob me, and I was like, oh my God, what do I do here? Like I'm screwed. So I went to my room, I locked the door, and I got my pepper spray because I have pepper spray because we kind of live in a sketchy town here in Colorado. But yeah, so I got in there, and then the window was open. I was like, oh no. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Someone's gonna climb in my window and kill me. And then I thought I heard a knock on the window. And then the window was open, and so the screen was showing. And so I got my pepper spray and I doused the screen with pepper spray. And I used up the entire little can of pepper spray. And I was like, oh my God, I just killed someone. Like I thought I killed someone with this pepper spray. And then my eyes started tingling and stinging, and I couldn't breathe because there was so much pepper spray in the air, and it just felt like I was in a war scene and stuff. And like looking back on it, it's pretty cool because it felt kind of like a dream like that. It's cool now, but I was freaking out while I was in it. And then I kind of just went back into my living room because I couldn't breathe or anything, and I laid down on the couch and I closed my eyes and I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. There's nothing I can do about it. And so I just laid down and fell asleep. And I think I woke up like 4 hours later or something like that to my mom coming home. And she was like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, because at this point I wasn't even high anymore. I was pretty good. And so that was some pretty good timing. That's it for today. I love you guys so much. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.